nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, this is mock test 8. All right, and if you're here for the first time, we record all these sessions, as you just heard, and we post them on a YouTube channel. It's called Nearly Danish TV. So just go there and have a look at the videos. We've been practicing since the 28th of August. So you can catch up. I highly recommend that you do so. All right, moving on. All right, so this is the abortion law that we were talking about just before we started. And I can't remember when it goes into power, but the agreement is that, well, the law is that a woman can get an abortion up until she's 18 weeks old, 18 weeks pregnant. Most of you got this right, so you already knew about this.
Great job.
Next one. All right. So this is about when women started coming into the labor market, and that happened in the 1960s. And this is when I think Denmark was switching from agricultural economy to more of a service industrial economy. All right, on to the next one. Anir is the highest climber, up 56 places.
Excellent.
Okay. Chapter 5. Okay, yes. So like I've mentioned in a lot of the previous sessions, there is usually always one new question from chapter 5. A lot of the time it's from literature, but it's not always. This is a question from chapter 5, literature. So please pay close attention to chapter 5. Make sure you practice it. Make sure you become well acquainted with the information in that chapter, because you're definitely going to see at least 1 or 2 questions from there. So I can see 67 of you got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Practice, okay? On to the next one. This is a frequently asked question. So this is a question that has appeared in more than one previous exam since 2009. So I think this has appeared in at least 5 or 6. This is a question that you should know by now. 23 people got this wrong. So please make sure you fix this mistake. It will appear on your profile. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, so at the moment, we have Mitch, Manme, Philistine Forever, Chippy, and Yendemand. Manme has a streak with 4 correct answers in a row. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
And Man-Me is on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Let's see how you guys do on this. I actually don't even know the answer to this, but let's see. (1917). Okay. Henrik Pontoppidan. What did he write? Can't remember. This is a weak spot for 63 of you. Just over 100 people got this right. Okay, yeah, Henrik Pontoppidan wrote Look a Pair. This is I think, well, okay. The question about when he won the Nobel Prize is not an FAQ, but there's usually a question about Look a Pair and who wrote it. So for the people that got this right, round of applause. If you're here for the first time, I just posted a link in the chat. Watch that later on how to find your profile. Somebody asked about where can you find all the daily quizzes. So all you have to do is go to nearlydanish.com/daily. And you'll find all of them since we started. Okay? All right. I hope that answers your question. All right. Next one. So Mitch fell out. Chippy is now number 1. Jensemand has a streak of 5 correct answers in a row. Perfect score.
Perfect score.
And he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right. So Chippy, Man-Me, Kawa. Wow. Okay. Kawa, you're here and you're in the top 5. Well done.
Great job!
Leo Jensemand. Next one. All right, so this is a brand new question, never been asked before in any test. And you guys still did really well, so round of applause. 40 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right, moving on to the next one. Man-Me now number 1. 4 players hit an answer streak of 5. Frequently asked question. (1937). So 62 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
They usually don't ask about when the book was published, but they ask about who wrote the book. All right, but still over 100 people got this right.
Excellent.
Well done. I'm happy to see these numbers, like I think for most questions so far, over 100 people have been getting them correct. And that shows that at least over 100 people have been practicing. So well done to you guys. I think we have something like 31 or 32 days to the test. That's still enough time to practice and catch up. So if you're just starting out, I know you might be under a bit of pressure, but there's still hope. There's an example of someone that did it in 30 days in the group. All right. Prax is the highest climber, up 24 places.
Excellent.
Can someone please share the pin with the guy asking? Next one. You know the answer to this. So 23 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. This is one of the questions that you must know the answer to. So if you got this wrong, please make sure you fix this because this has a high probability of showing up in the next test.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Wow. Kawa, this is your first time here and you're number one.
Wow!
All right, so Osman is back in the game with 3 in a row and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Okay, so there was Volksabstimmung. What's that in English? Referendum. Yes, there was a referendum in 2022, in June 2022. And that was a referendum about the military opt-out. So the defense opt-out concerning the EU. That was the same year that Russia attacked Ukraine. So Denmark felt like, we should reconsider. And we did. And a majority of people voted that the opt-out be scrapped. So now Denmark is back in agreement with the EU concerning defense. How many people got this wrong? This is 55 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All your mistakes will show up on your profile. 12 player just hits an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
We have 36 questions to go, so quite a bit. Let's see. This is an FAQ. Hopefully you all get this right. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Well done. Well done. Well done. Round of applause. Wow. That's good.
Uh-oh.
All right. Brand new question, never been asked before. And as I suspected, this one threw a lot of you for a loop. More than half of you got this wrong. So 85 people got this wrong. 79 people got it right. Hopefully, not all of you actually guessed this. But yes, we currently have a majority government, the SVM government. And there have been other majority governments, but most of the governments since the Second World War have been minority governments. All right. For the people that got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
it will appear on your profile. Fix it later. Okay, so at the moment we have, I think I already recounted this top 5. Kinson is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. I actually thought a lot more of you would get this wrong. So it's Frederick the Seventh. He was king. He was actually the one that signed Grundloan. We have 59 people. Yes. So all you had to do was read it, and deduce that it was Frederick the Seventh. All right, next one. Who fell out? Can't remember. 4 players reached an answer streak of 9.
Excellent.
$1976. All right, on to the next one. How many people got this wrong? 62. That's a significant number, actually. Next one. 5 players lost their answer streak of 3. All right, Freya is the god of fertility in Asato, which was the religion before Christianity arrived in Denmark. 47 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is literally chapter 1, the first few pages. Okay, next one. Kawa is still holding that number 1 spot. I'm really surprised. This is her first time here, and she's holding number 1, man. Round of applause. This is a combo breaker. 3 players lost their answer streak of 4. Not to worry if you're not doing well. You'll bounce back. Just keep practicing. This should be a no-brainer. Oh man, I was expecting another explosion. Yes, freedom of speech is protected in Grundloan. So 9 people got this wrong. Fix it. That is a frequently asked question. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
3 players hit an answer streak of 13. All right, this was in the 90s. Okay, 11 players hit an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
You've seen this before. It's FAQ. $18.70. Arbeidersbevelsen. So this is a frequently asked question. So for the 18 people that got this wrong, please make sure you practice and fix this knowledge gap, because this question has a high probability of showing up in the next test. Okay, Sergio is in. Can't remember who dropped out. Next one. Also frequently asked question. We almost got that explosion again. 12 people got this wrong. Please get it right. That is a must know. You must know the answer to that. So please get it right next time.
Static top 5.
Myral is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Can someone please give? Okay, thank you very much, Jax. Next one. You know the answer to this. Can this be another explosion? Let's see. Okay, 5 regions. So sometimes they ask about the number of regions, and sometimes they ask about the names of the regions. So please make sure you know the names as well. 9 people got that wrong. Someone is asking, how many questions with dates can we expect? I don't know, man. At least 5. TTT is the highest climber up 6 places.
Excellent.
Next one. Come on, guys, you know. You know this, yeah? Let's see. Explosion. Let's see. Oh, man. Okay, so 10 people got this wrong. So for the 10 people that got this wrong, this is the question. This is question number 1. This is, if there's any question you must know the answer to, it's this. Because this has shown up in, this has the highest probability of showing up in the next test. And it's shown up in at least 12 previous tests. This also shows up in Melba Escape's poem as well. So it's relevant for both tests. All right, moving on. Okay, I see some people saying they chose the answer too fast. I repeat again, okay? When you're in the test is not a Kahoot. You only gain points for accuracy. So read the question slowly, read the answer slowly. Make sure you understand both the question and all the answers and make a decision. Choose it, finish, and submit. Don't change your answers. I beg you. Okay? Try and get the right answer the first time. Okay, Jordy is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job!
Yes, you can. Bring a pencil and an eraser. Someone is asking. Venstra, this is also a frequently asked question. I could see a significant number of you got this wrong, 73 people, so almost half of you. Please get it right next time. Make that list, okay? Make the list of political parties that are in parliament, the dates that they were created, who is the leader, when were they voted into parliament the first time, and what was the last one? I can't remember. So political party, the date it was created, who's the leader, and when they were voted into parliament the first time. All right, next one. Wow, this is static top 5, eh?
Static top 5.
This was a combo breaker. 6 people lost their answer streak of 6. All right, read the question slowly. Brenda, next time, yeah? We have Kawa, Naza, Bao Tin, Kubi, and Sergio. Kawa is brand new. This is her first time showing up, so it's quite impressive that she's number 1. Round of applause to you. NASA is one of the usual suspects. Well-known name, Thao Ting. Same. Thao Ting performs really well, but he doesn't actually use his profile, which is kind of bizarre. But anyways, Kubi, number 3, never seen that name before. Sirhill, I have seen that name before. So round of applause for Kubi. All right, next one. All right, 564 years, and they stopped being a Danish colony in 1944 during the Second World War. 30 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Brand new question, never been asked before. Another static top 5.
Static top 5.
Eve is up 10 places.
Great job.
Next one. All right, only 16 people got this wrong. This is also an FAQ. Wow.
Static top 5.
You know the answer to this. Let's get another explosion. Read it slowly, okay? Take your time. Oh, man. Okay, so Gunlo's Day is on the 5th of June every year. Next one. Sirhill is out and Teddy is in. And 10 players just hit an answer streak of 11.
Excellent.
More than halfway through now. Okay. This is what I was telling you guys about. All right, so that's the names of the 5 regions. So both questions actually showed up in this mock test. Okay, so 12 people got that wrong. Please fix that. It will show up on your profile.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Okay, so the top 5 has been reshuffled a bit. Kawa, Thao Ting, Naza, Teddy, and Kubi. This was also a combo breaker. Next one. Okay, I know. Okay, so how many people got this wrong? 73 people got this wrong. So this is a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
It will show up on your profile. So in 1989, Denmark gave homosexuals the right to go into a registered partnership. And they were the first country to do that. Okay, next one. Okay, bit of a reshuffle, man. Okay, so Kawa and Thao Ting, number 1 and 2. Kubi, number 3. Zap, 4. And Haritha, number 5. Navi is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
How many do we have left? 19 questions. You've seen this before. This is an FAQ. All right, 13. Okay, so let me repeat for the new people that came here today. So the test has 45 questions. The first 35 questions are based on the learning material. Now, those questions are a mixture of questions that have shown up in previous tests and questions that have never shown up in previous tests. So what I recommend is that you get well acquainted with all the questions that have shown up in previous tests. You will get a profile, and you will find it on your profile. I posted a video on how to find your profile, but I'll show you with something else here. So you can actually take the quizzes on the site without your profile. Your profile only allows you to, keep track of the quizzes that you've taken, track your progress, and also give you points so you're in the leaderboard. But if you can't be bothered with all that, just go here, click on INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN and take these quizzes. These are the most frequently asked questions. Start with these questions, okay? Because you're going to see at least 10 of them in the test. And then you systematically go through all the chapters, chapter 1 to 6, current affairs, mock tests, Danish values, and previous tests. And if you do that, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, the way I've said it on your profile is you have to do it 8 times. You're going to pass the test. All right, next one. All years making a comeback. Do the daily quizzes mistakes also show up on your own profile? No. All right, a third of the taxes collected go to benefits. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I made a mistake in the spelling. All right. What was I gonna say? Someone is asking about the daily quizzes. I post those daily quizzes. Now, doing those daily quizzes is not enough, I'm just posting them there so that you can quickly figure out what you don't know and hopefully transition to what I just showed you, either your profile or those quizzes I just showed you where you don't have a profile. So please, if your only focus is on the daily quizzes, please start making your transition to either the profile or the quizzes without the profile so that you can systematically go through. You don't have to wait for the day to start before, you start practicing. You can go and practice everything. All right, next one. Okay, so DK09 is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Red and white. Okay, 28 people got that wrong. Leo N, can't remember who fell out. Mimi is back in the game with 3 in a row. Okay, 143 people got this right. 26 people got it wrong. Torvalds Downing, 1924, first Social Democratic Prime Minister.
Static top 5.
Okay, so we are question number 30. We have 5 more questions in history, and then we'll go to current affairs. I already gave you guys the answer to this. but not the specific dates. So this is a test. Actually, I did. Anyways, let's see who was listening. Yes, 1944. During the Second World War. So Denmark was occupied by Germany at the time. And Forbundsloan, they couldn't re-sign that law basically, and that's how Iceland became independent. How many people got this wrong? 50, wait, what am I saying? 49 people got this wrong, so not too bad.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it, it will show up on your profile. Man, the top 4 are not budging, eh? NASA is back in the top 5. That's 2 players have reached an answer streak of 5.
Excellent.
All right, not bad. So Poland. How many people got this wrong? 26. Okay. So I've been updating the quizzes, so I'm sure some of you have been noticing that some of your quizzes have been reset. I'm now at, I think, chapter 4. So chapter 4 is the one, like, I'm about to finish that. Chapter 5, there's basically no changes. And I think chapter 6, there's changes here and there. So I'm almost done with it. I'll be done with it hopefully by this time next week, and everything will be up to date. I'm just giving this announcement for the people that have been noticing that their quizzes have been reset. All right, Eve is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
This is one of the most frequently asked questions. All right, 14 people got this wrong. For the 14 people that got this wrong, please, this is one of those questions that you must know the answer to, because you're probably going to see it in the next test. Okay, fix it. It will show up on your profile. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Pinsvin is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
So someone is saying, how much time is required to finish all the quizzes? I have basically not studied anything yet. That's a good question. I will show you. Okay, so let's take this guy, for instance. He has a profile. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you see this thing says 14-day challenge. It breaks all your work into days, okay? Day 1 to day 14. So within 14 days, you would have covered all the chapters. So if you actually click here and do all these quizzes on day 1, and on day 2, you do the same, by day 14, you would have finished everything. And then you do, frequently asked questions, mock tests, la-di-da-di-da. So yes, you can do it in 14 days. Hopefully that answers your question. Back to the Kahoot. Pinsvin is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. And you can only find the 14-day challenge with your profile. Yes. So the Red Stocking movement was about gender equality. 11 people got that wrong. This is FAQ.
Now you know what you don't know.
Please get it right next time. All right. So we're moving to the last history question. At the moment, we have Kawa, Tao Ting, Kubi, Zab, and Leo. It's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Michael is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Last history question.
Uh-oh.
Not bad. Okay, so 57 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay. All right, so we are going into current affairs. I will be discussing the theme of the question as we go through the question. All right, so the first Ascension visit for the royal couple was to Germany. And this happened recently, this month in October. And they also visited the minority, the Danish minority in Schleswig-Holstein. This is the theme of this is like, you know, official visits of the head of state. In Denmark, the king is the head of state. And this is also culturally very, very relevant because of the Second Schleswig War in 1864. And in 1920, the Sønderjylland was reunited with Denmark. So this is actually quite significant. If the question about Iceland's president doesn't show up, I think this will. But if it's between those, I think that one would show up because that's the first, what do they call it? State visit by a president since the king has been king this year. All right, so a lot of people got this wrong. Not to worry, we're going to have a session dedicated to current affairs. And like I told you guys before, in the Facebook group, keep an eye on that, on the post and look at those comments. All right, enough of this. Next one. Teddy, it's on the Facebook group. It's the second, oh gosh, let me just show you, man. Okay. So we have a Facebook group, okay? It's called Danish Citizenship Test. When you get in there, you see featured. Now this here, collection of current affairs news, you click on that and you will see this lady, where can I find the latest current affairs news from the last 6 months? And the guy says, in the comments, and boom, go in the comments and you see all of them. So I actually take all of these things, make questions out of them and put them in these Kahoots and on the quizzes. And also on your profile, you can find the current affairs section. So I'll show you. Let's go back. So on your profile, current affairs, and you see, you know, the political parties and the leaders, the government, part 1, 2, 3. This section gets updated twice a week. All right. Where were we? Okay, we still have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Miss Orel is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job!
Yes. So someone is asking, do we still need to read the news if no, not everything is added. Okay, this is actually good. So for the people that have been coming, you know what I'm about to say. I've been doing this for like 5 years, okay? And from, repeatedly training people and repeatedly looking at the questions, I noticed a pattern, right? So they have patterns where the questions usually show up. So what I do is I look in the news and I look for news headlines that fit that pattern. And when I find them, I put them in, what do they call it? On the Facebook group, on that post I just showed you. And then I create questions out of them and put them in these mock tests and on your profiles in the quizzes, okay? Now, doing that, I've been able to predict at least 4 out of 5 consistently, 4 out of 5 questions consistently. However, it's not perfect, right? 4 out of 5 is not perfect. So that's where you come in. So you keep an eye out in the news. You do your own, research so that for the thing I miss, you catch it. Next time it might be 3 out of 5. Next time it might be 2 out of 5. I'm pretty confident with, what I'm picking, but please do not use that opportunity and say, oh, I'm just going to depend on him because, you might end up messing yourself up like that. Next one. All right, round of applause. All right, so usually there is some question about, the leader of a political party. So this is the reason why I say make that list. There is a quiz about leaders of political parties on your profile already. Last in May, they asked a question. So they combined 2 themes in one question. They asked, who was the leader of the Conservative People's Party who died? So the theme was the leader of a political party and the death of a famous person. So they combined those 2 in one. So that can also happen. All right, next one. Mohammed is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. All right. So, the theme of this is when a sports man or woman that has represented Denmark on the world stage is retiring. So the last time it was, what's his name? Michael Hansen, the handball player. He announced his retirement after the Olympics, and that showed up in the May 2024 test. So that one I predicted correctly. This guy, Simon Kjær, there's Thomas Delaney and Simon Kjær. Those are 2 footballers that are retiring from the national team. I don't think they're that they're not that big of cultural icons to show up, but who knows? Let's see. It fits the theme, so that's why it's there. I kind of knew this was going to happen. Tao Ting always comes through at the last minute and takes that number 1 spot. We have 7 questions to go. We have Tao Ting, Kubi, Zab, Kawa lost that number 1 spot, dropped to number 4. Nazar at number 5. Maria Hanna is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
You can become a member of the platform by participating in these Kahoots, and your profile will be created automatically. Oh, you mean the top 5? Oh yeah, you have to be the best. Anyways, next one. All right. The theme of this is a famous dead person. So this guy used to be a handball player. He didn't really win anything. It was in the news, so I put it there. Do I think this is going to show up? No. He's not that big of a deal. But it fits the theme, so it's here. If it shows up, we caught it. All right. Last current affairs question. That was a combo breaker. 7 players dropped their answer streak of 3. Yeah, a lot of people suck at this, which is pay close attention to what I've been posting and practice, practice, practice. And keep your eye in the news as well. It's just 5 questions. Okay. Last current affairs question. Okay, so the theme of this is the government. So the government is the prime minister and his or her ministers. You must know the names of every single one of those ministers. There are 3 new ministries. I will create a current affairs question about those ministries. I already created one about how many are they. There's 3 new ones. What are they called? That's going to be, you're definitely going to see another question like that. In this question, they're asking who is the minister. And that usually happens. They ask who's the minister of housing, who's the minister of education, and so on and so forth. All right. Yeah, so that was the current affairs. We're now going to Danish values. At the moment, we have Tauting, Kubi, Kawa, Zab, and Teddy. We're going to have a Danish values session next week on Wednesday. So next week at this exact time. Today is Wednesday, right? Yes. And it's basically going to be exactly the same as the session that I showed you guys on the YouTube channel, of course, with updated questions, and it will be testing, can you identify the theme of the question? Because, should I explain this now? Am I talking too much or should we just carry on? Should I explain this or show me some feedback in the chat? Okay, move on. Okay, let's carry on. All right, well done. Static top 5. Okay, well done. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
All right. Basically, come to the session on Wednesday next week, and we'll talk about the Danish values. Static top 5 again. 2 more questions and we're done. Okay. Bear in mind that these last 5 questions are the most important questions in the test. It doesn't matter. You can score like 40 out of 40 questions in current affairs and the history part. If you fail more than one of these questions, you fail the whole test. So please make it to that session next week. All right. We have Dalton, Kubi, Kawa, Zab, and Teddy. 6 players dropped their answer streak of 3. Last question. Yes, I will make the English audio available. Right now, it's only available in the quizzes. But I have to put them in playlists for the YouTube channel and whatnot. I'll make that available. Okay, 43 people got that wrong. That was the last question. Kawa at number 3, well done. Kubi at number 2, and of course Dalting at number 1. And we've got Zab and Teddy at number 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com.